Welcome out, gamers and gamettes, to this RGL.GG Invite Highlander Week 3 match on PL Upward. We are looking at what many are considering to be a potential Grand Finals preview going on between Fred 5, the Brampton Warriors, and last season's contenders, Apollo Dash. Excuse me, I'm starting over my words here. I'm just so excited. I am joined with Zag to my side and Dolphin behind the camera. Zag, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, ready to get on to Upward and see these two teams go head-to-head. Apollo Dash and Fred 5, the Brampton Warriors. Like you said, this is a potential Grand Finals preview, and ever since the disbandment of K&D in preseason, these two teams have been looked at as the favorites to kind of make it to that Grand Final. They have very strong rosters coming through and a lot of great players to look at, so I'm really excited to see how they're going to play out on Upward.
Alright, due to the bit of a delay coming in live here, I hope the teams will be readying up fairly quickly. So if we want to run down the rosters right now to get those out of the way, Apollo Dash is going to be fielding what's likely, I believe, the exact same roster from last season. Wish on Scout, Dev on Soldier, River Pyro, Arts on Demoman, Ronnie J on Heavy, Exa on Engineer, Wall on Med, Shay on Sniper, Matt on Spy, I believe, with Wish being on Scout. The only changes they had Pablo last season.
Yep, and on Fred 5, we have Pablo on Scout, TGW on Soldier, X Hunter on Pyro, Dur on Demo, Hype that 32 on Heavy, Carson on Engineer, Toy on Medic, Rain on Sniper, and Shotway on Spy.
So I would say that coming into this matchup, I think AD are probably the favorites here. Given their kind of long track record of being just a very solid team, I think their experience kind of speaks for itself a little bit. And when you look at the roster of Fred, you see some players with some definite talent. I mean, Pablo, we saw how good he was last season.
He won MVP, didn't he?
Indeed he did. Indeed he did. TGW, X Hunter, and Dur, all players that never have had really too much of an opportunity to make a name for themselves, but definitely have a lot of kind of latent talent. Carson, we know him on Heavy playing Engineer this time, and Rain on Sniper, a class he's got a lot of experience on. Shotaway making his glorious return to the Highlander scene. But when you compare it, across the aisle over to the players on AD's side, I think it's difficult to give anyone on Fred 5 kind of the edge there. But that's just what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's a fair assumption. All of the Fred 5 players are good in their own regard, but the AD roster, like you said earlier, it's pretty much the same roster they've had since last season, since they started really making a name for themselves in Invite, aside from Wish, and he's no slouch of his own. So all these players have had tons of time to gain, skill recognition, enough to be, known as the favorites across the board. So if Fred 5 want to win this match, and keep in mind both these teams are 2-0, and with this being their one meeting before playoffs, this is likely what's going to decide who gets the first seed. If both the teams do, have that upwards trajectory from here.
Yeah, definitely, as we'll likely see one of these teams go undefeated, the other one probably going to end up going, I believe, 7-1 or 6-1, depending on how many matches we have in the season. I've gotten word that the teams are live right now, so we should be going in pretty quickly. So, Zach, let me get some quick thoughts on what we should expect to see. As it looks like Fred 5 is going to start on offense, so what are they going to want to look to do to really get off to a good start and maybe try to take this first half?
Just the upward classics, have your fundamentals down, make sure you can get your sack waves good. If you're going to do them on first, make sure that sap comes in, you can get the force. If they want to be able to set a good time against AD, who very good at upward, great at defending points, especially with Exxon Engineer, they need to just make sure that they're pushing as a team, push together. And with a roster that just came together for this season, that may be a bit difficult against Apollo Dash of all teams. So if they come out strong as a team, make sure they coordinate their plays with all their players, which in Highland is difficult, then they can set a pretty okay time to start out.
All right, we'll have to keep track of those going forward. We are in setup time right now. This match is live, so in a little bit more than a minute, we'll get going here. Should be pretty standard all around from these teams. I saw River on the Dragon's Fury in pregame, but he switched back off to Degreaser right now. So yeah, I think right away what I want to be looking at is just checking the SVS there between Rain and Shay. We know how much of an impact Sniper can have on first, so if Rain's able to kind of get off to a good start, win the SVS onto Shay early, maybe establish some presence for himself that could give him a lot of momentum going forward in the match that could help Fred 5 really, start to compete with them, but it's going to be a difficult task for them.
Yeah, you mentioned that SVS matchup. I kind of wanted to touch on that because, like I said earlier, Rain was a sniper player back in the day. More recent Highlander viewers may know him as a soldier player. But he
Even
did
an
play
NG
sniper.
too, I think. He's
Yeah.
kind of bounced around for a pretty
Yeah.
decent amount on the hit scan classes.
But back
plus
in the good old days, he was a true and true sniper main. So he's back on that class here. Shay's one of the best snipers in the league. You know, one of the strongest we've seen consistently. So if Rain's able to contest him in SVS, it'll help Fred 5 get off to a hot start.
Yep, gates are going to open up right now. I believe the traps were dead and didn't find anything. I could be wrong on that, though. No, never mind. Arts has them further up, not going for any of those cheeky spawn kills. Rain aiming some shots onto Playground right now. Got to take a little bit of a move up here, find a better
Going
angle.
straight on the sentry.
Oh, but there is Shay landing the shot into TGW, and here is Durr on the parachute bomb. Gonna channel Bolt, takes that gun down. He's in right now. He's gonna drop wall right off the bat. AD,
Where's your
maybe
pyro?
it's just... Yeah, where is River during that? Where is the Heavy? Where is the Scout? None of the hit scan took him out. He
After
floated.
the med got dropped, they're trying to flank on the side to get something of their own, but the Brampton Warriors kind of defending well, so their medic's gonna have a full Uber advantage off of that drop play. Rain even gonna get the first SBS onto Shay right after he gets bled out by Wish. Art's going down is gonna spell death with his push, gonna get stabbed, and that's first captured very quickly for Fred 5.
Yeah, and Toy, most importantly, still has Uber. I was going to point out that I like that AD was still kind of sticking around, maybe trying to milk a little bit more time out, force out an Uber. But yeah, Art's getting stabbed, and that Telly going down will end that in short order right now. So coming into second with full Uber is going to be Fred 5. Looks like Toy is not yet up on hill yet. Durr's on his own, really far up on hill right now. Ronnie's Fist of Stealing up into the window, trying to get some positioning right there. Shotaway may try to take him out or go in for something right now, but no real forward pressure from Fred 5 yet, just getting card up.
Yeah, they have a bit of time. Once that card gets through, they're getting their sniper up onto the hill. They're kind of got their people at the top now. Shotaway got a pick onto Ronnie. So no Heavy. Oh, sidesteps Arts of Spanian. Shotaway's return. He just gets 2 combo picks, and this, if they can hold their Uber for this, they won't have to pop to take 2 points, Fred 5.
Yeah, that would be the ideal right here. Here comes Hypedad and TGW coming in. The gun is going to get pulled. River's going to go down to Hypedad with that drop down right there. And he's going to start getting shots in onto Spawn. They are going to back up here. So yeah, 2 points for Fred 5 without having to have popped Uber. Wall is coming back up on another Uber here, thankfully just in time for third, which is one of those major defense points. So there's still definitely time for AD to turn it around here, but they're going to need to milk some minutes off of this point.
Yeah, they got to get a clean defense off, but Arts of Spanian going down to spam from Durr is not going to help your case. They can go now start to walk forward. Shay going to win that SVS, though, is going to bind the little pressure. Headshots Durr is going to have to drop down for that pack. Scout trying to fight right now. Heavy's in the way. Mad going to go down on the back end, so numbers advantage in favor of Fred 5 right now, but they still need to get this card up a bit further before they can look to push in.
Yeah, Dev forcing TGW a little bit back off of that catwalk to establish some more control for his team right now. Scout and NG on blue, getting that card up. It's up the first hill. They're getting it onto the second right here. Hypedad playing on cliffside, looking to get into Sea House. Yeah, not always what you see here, but oh, he is going to get pushed in by River. He's going to take a lot of damage, but forced off. Yeah, Uber's popped out right now. No Pyro able to deny for Red as he was off on the cliff. But it looks like no one's going to get too much on either side. But more importantly, Carson has gotten that cart all the way up the second ramp. He's halfway, getting it up the third. Wish and Dev are going to force him out to roll it back in. But yeah, Arts and Ronnie both going to go down. Fortunately for AD, though, most of SB has also gone down. Toy going to get booped off the cliff right there by River. But here comes TGW in on cart, gonna jump off of it, not gonna take the 1v1 with Wish. So Hunter in from behind. Wow, I did not see him. He must have flanked during that Uber. Almost takes out Wall, but will go down just in time. So a little bit shaky for AD, but the point has been held.
Yeah, we talk about upward third being a multi-push point where the cart path is so long and you're at such a disadvantageous position at the start that you really do need multiple Ubers to take that. They got the cart up the first 2 of 3 ramps in the first Uber though, so that's a good early sign for Fred 5. If they can build one more Uber and get it here, then that'd be a very fast time coming in. Like, the first 2 points only took them a minute 50 seconds to get, so if they can get third in just 2 Ubers, that's pretty much optimal upward gameplay coming out.
Yeah, but oh, there goes Shay landing the snipe onto Carson. He will touch the cart just before he goes down to stop that from rolling back right there, but no one's able to get cart time. Wall up on Uber. Toy only at 60. Still needing to build right now. Some spam coming in from Durr, trying to get some damage out. Wish fighting off Hypedad underneath by that cliff area, but Shotaway unable to get anything. Arts, though, gonna get sniped out again. Continuing to go down to the pit classes. When that happens, we've seen AD look their shakiest when Arts is unable to stay alive. Hypedad with the Fist of Steel, getting onto cart without a demo man. It's going to be tough to deny this.
Yeah, Mad Remy's gonna have to do this backstab, but he turns around and punches him in the face, so Spy's gonna go down. This Fist Heavy's so hard to get off the cliff, he's still up there. It's gonna roll back a second. Scout's gonna trade with Soldier, so this Heavy's still uncontested. They need a pop to contest this if they want a chance, but here's the offense coming in around the corner on
River.
the gun. Oh, we got the sniper before the Uber pop, that's so sad.
Oh, but Wall drops shot away right before that Uber goes off, so the Heavy was blasted off the cart, but this looks like it's gonna be a bit of a wash for SB here, as actually no, only Shay and Wall have been going down as the entire team has backed up, but now Arts is back in. The gun is still alive as they were not able to get the Uber, or the gun with that Uber, despite Wall having dropped. Hype that and Carson on cart now taking a ton of damage.
High bomb from Dev.
From those explosive classes.
Pushers. And despite your medic dropping, the sniper on the Doman saved their gun from
Arts
going down.
gets picked again, and I think that may be it for real this time. X is gonna go down. Rain landing the headshot, even though it was likely gonna go down to the Spy as well. While running for her life out through boxes into last right now. Shay lands a nice snipe onto Rain to protect his medic. 5:26 through third. You'd like, if you're AD, you'd like that to be a little bit longer, but considering how fast those first 2 points were, you'll take this. And if you can get 2-3 minutes on last, you'll be in a good spot to win this round.
Yeah, and Fred 5 have an Uber advantage of about 50% gonna come into last. We have 3 pushers on cart right now as the combo looking to group up underneath and push those backstairs. Soldier in underneath, gonna kill Dur with the help of River, but not much else. The medic's still up and they have full Uber now. The defense right now are sitting outside of main. They haven't had a chance to get Tiles, so Tiles is free for Fred 5 to move into. Don't have to pop Uber to contest that. Upward fourth also multi-Uber point, but if they get Tiles for free, then they can start looking to snowball fast. The gun is still only level 1.
Yeah, yeah, not really too much here. Ronnie actually going to peek out very aggressively to kill Carson. But yeah, there's Toy. Mad able to land the stab. Shotaway going to get in again. He's going to find Ronnie, and he's going to slowly butter knife down Shay. So Shotaway really making a statement here in his return to the casted screen. But it will look like some semblance of Tiles control is being restored by the AD flank right now, if not their combo, as Wall is still sitting in spawn with full Uber, though I might add, a full ad with Toy having gone down, and they may try to cross here if they're feeling risky, but Hunter getting really aggressive in main means they may just stick to this main hold.
Yeah, they don't have a chance to move over and cross the Tiles. They're Spy and Scouter up there. That's not enough to really get control. Flanks are coming in, players getting hurt, hype that going down to that heavy peak around the corner. But right now both medics, ran out Wall sitting on 100% Uber, but Toy is only 50, so they're gonna have to wait to try and get that Uber charge to push in. Uber got forced outside of last round, so they're gonna try to walk out and get what they can with this, but the kite back is in already.
They'll get shot away, they'll pick up Dur, that Telly's gonna be next for the world, but Arts getting picked again. I think all of his deaths at this point have already been 2 pick classes, I'm pretty sure. And with that Uber pop, the ad is going to go back in favor of Fred 5. Toy now, again, having that full ad without any Tiles control for AD, not going to be a good situation.
Dev got the
thankfully,
control, though. Pablo
able to take out Scout and Sniper, opening up some space right there. He's going to drop down still at full health, and Spiral even in control of AD right here, so nowhere to push in for SB. They're just giving Wall time to build their Uber, but here comes Ronnie. He's going to find Toy.
Here. Yeah, they have to
he's going to get the force off, and they're going to actually take this in through lower right now. Getting in onto Arts is Hunter. He's going to get out, but Ronnie will be the sacrificial lamb here, but ultimately a pretty good scenario for them here. That Uber could have been a lot worse. Art's going to try to spam Hunter off of cart. He's going to get the pack, but he should go down eventually, yeah. Wish going to take him out right here, and Fred 5 having trouble getting in through main.
Yeah, X's gun stayed up that entire time. He even ran out of ammo. You could hear the clicking. So while Shotaway did get the sniper, he couldn't sap the gun. And with the Uber being kind of used early underneath, there was no way for Fred 5 to really take that down. So that is a hold coming in, and AD are going to have this Uber advantage. They're trying to walk out in main. They do get Rain. The Doman's being popped up. They're going to have to either pop this Uber to cross or just stay where they are, because SB have control of the choke.
Yeah, Rain, I think, is possibly the only player serving having a rougher time than Arts Hispanian. Yeah, Hunter's going to blow River into the pit. He almost got Arts before, but now he's finally able to find that pit kill, and there goes Arts this time. They keep doing it. They keep peeking him, and Hunter is making them pay.
Here if he gets one more shot.
Wall able to make it back into spawn to keep this Uber alive, but thankfully for them, the card is moving back right now. No one on Fred 5 has been able to edge that forward at all.
It's not been pressured at all.
It's the gun and the... More importantly, the Tiles control coming out of Wish and Dev right now has honestly been really strong. A little bit under noticed, I think, by us over the past minute or two. But really, no one up there has been able to get anything. But there goes Dev, Rain landing the headshot right as he got his 8th kill onto Carson. But TGW and Shadowboy also down, so the flank not going to have too much to do there. Rain, though, is in upper, going in for shots. Finally lands the shot onto Shay. That sniper going down is going to allow them to start flooding into main. The gun wrangled. Not going to be long for this world. Also going down. Even Uber's right here as Toy is in upper. Wall is... I'm not entirely sure.
Alone on
he's in
card.
Spawn.
They shouldn't drop him here. He can spawn.
Oh, Wall's there. They're popping in the back staircase to get Toy's Uber out in a really bad spot, which may work out well for them. It worked before. Hype that coming in main. Going to be eating a lot of damage. Will go down, and it looks like AD is going to continue to hold on to this point.
Yeah, when Dur's all alone like that, you need your demo man to get forward and start sticking off those spawns. You know, make your team, force your team in, help them get that ground onto last, so the defense can't take whatever they want. But they end up respawning, popping Uber to force them in a bad position, and the defense continues. Tiles, Dev did go down Tiles to Pablo this time, so Red 5 will at least start out. One is a scout versus scout
Got
fight.
away in on Wall, gonna hear the decloak.
Yeah,
not gonna be able to find anything. But there goes the
Hunter,
getting in deep, and it's enough of a distraction for Shotaway to land the revolver shot onto Wall. I think she might have even reflect pipe there from Arts. So Hunter continuing to be a menace in this main area, gonna go down.
He dropped down from their own upper. Bomb in from the Soldier TW, gonna get Shay down, and the gun has gone down as well. People are on the cart, medic and engineer in for SB. Level 1 guns, all that's left. Delman sticking off the cliff, but it goes over just in time before he falls into the pit.
Arts got the kills there, and the cart went down with no one on it.
Yeah, Carson pushed it in right before he jumped in. It went on with no one on it.
A little bit of an odd occurrence there, but ultimately I don't think AD has too much to complain about with a 10-minute, 30-second time coming in right now. And after that initial first point, you thought that Third 5 may have been able to take it, but they just really, it seemed like, lost a lot of their cohesion where, unable to get third super quickly, and then that last push just kept getting stalled. Their Ubers kept getting forced in really odd spots, and it didn't look like they had much of a game plan moving in.
Yeah, you really see the mark of a newer team when they come together. If on first you get a medic drop, fantastic. Any team can push off the medic drop. Second, your spy gets the heavy and the demo man. Great, any team can push off that. Once it got to third, things got a bit rougher. It took them a couple Ubers, still it's kind of standard, but in last, they really couldn't do anything. They had to just keep sacking over and over. They didn't really know how to get that ground. Kept dropping players on Ubers, and only Shotaway and Shotaway and Hunter walking at Wall was able to finally get them that point. The gun going down as well eventually.
Yeah, I mean, and they had advantages too, you know what I mean? They had Uber ads, they had times where, Hunter had blown the entire combo into the pit and they weren't able to capitalize off of it. I mean, bang your head into the wall enough times and I guess it's finally going to break, but 10:30 is not the time they wanted after that blazing start. Yeah. Really, you get that and you're hoping, all right, maybe we can get like a 5-minute, 6-minute time, but the momentum was not able to stay up, and now you have to deal with AD, coming off of that long, successful defense. Rain is going to take out Wish early, and Ronnie as well, so getting some kills back on the board. Art's going down, but here comes in Dev.
Blew himself up.
Yeah, he's going to blow himself up, but River getting in close with the gun being wrangled while Carson spy checking forces the Uber. So despite all of the frags going over to Fred 5, that's going to be a win for AD. As Wall is getting ready to leave spawn right now, and they may just take the full Uber head in.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch Shotaway here, because he's going to want this medic drop to try to give his team another end back in. If they lose the first point, it's not the end of the world for a 10-minute hold, but you really do want as much as you can. Wall going to pop early to make sure they can't happen.
Yeah, they are getting a lot of ground in here. The gun not really damaged though, but a lot of Fred 5 has backed up. That gun's still getting brought a little bit lower. TGW going to go down to Dev's direct hit, but ooh, a big det going to take out Wish. Mad River going down as well. Yeah, Hunter drops down to save the cart, so the cart is still in right now. Wall is alone back on first, and it looks like first has been somewhat held. It's just not a full squad is here defending them. That cart is inches. Arts is going to tap it in. They're going to back up onto Hill.
Wall's dead. TW bombed in from the side and took out that medic, so the pressure in from the top corner from Fred 5 allowed the distraction for TW to get that pick. So after getting forced on first, they get that kill on the wall. Now they have a solid foothold on the second defense. They're going to hold Hill with it.
Yeah, and again, that is going to be a full ad from Toy, so I'd like to maybe see some sacks coming out. Hype Dad going to get sniped out by Shay is a very good pick to go off of, especially a good one to sack off of, but it doesn't look like Arts is going in for the bomb. He's going to, they're going to come in.
Tunnel.
Oh, he walks up, lands that 140 rocket onto Toy, gonna force him immediately, takes out Rain as well with it. So DH really kind of showing up right here. Shadowway in a good position on Hill though. Is he gonna decloak for something or stay invisible? Looks like he's just gonna keep calling. Yeah, can Mad get anything? Not yet is he going. TGW gonna have to jump out of tunnel right here.
He's trying to wait for his team, which is the smart move. Now he's gonna jump in, get the heavy and get the gun sap. Can anyone follow up on it? No one's gonna quite follow up on it, but the heavy pick's still good enough. They're now starting to walk out. Shay going
Shotaway
down.
finally decloaks to take out Shay. Yeah, getting the dominate onto him, but Art's going to take out the gun in no time right there. And we should see second coming in pretty short order. Shotaway going to try to go for a jump stab. I think he cratered there. And we'll see second come in 2.5 minutes. So honestly, despite not getting the Uber drop, AD's time through second is only 30 seconds less than what Fred 5's was. And they've still got, you know, less than, or more than 7 minutes on the clock to go through last.
Yeah, that said, we're on the 2 hardest points of upward right now. We're going to see if Fred 5 are able to solidify their defense, hopefully get that cohesion down. Right now we have Dev trying to push those cart pushers off of the tracks. Heavy trying to bucket. Mad Ringme wanted to go for the decloak, but the Heavy did back off. So right now both meds on 100% Uber. Once that cart gets a bit further, we might see some conflict.
Yeah, times 3 pushing it up, and this is kind of the most of the dead time you'll find on upward is just getting this cart from second all the way across the bridge up to that first ramp. But they're going to get it up the first ramp really without any contest. Their Art's playing on cart, you know, not always the thing you see, but can help with his team getting some space, pushing it under the bridge here, getting it up to the second. But yeah, even Uber's on both teams now, and I guess they're just going to wait to get a little bit more cart time, as they may get it up the second ramp here without an Uber.
Shay's in the shithouse right now, looking for the med, but Scout's going to find him and kill him. Exa going down as well, so cart pusher. Only Scout's left, and the Uber will be forced, but they can't get in on the gun. Counter Uber from the side of Fred 5, going to walk forward to the Pyro, trying to air blast people back. Cart hasn't stopped yet, though. Scout still finally gets pushed off by some sticky bombs, but a good early defense from SV.
Yeah, able to do that, but getting all that cart time for AD is definitely a win. Wish is on it right now. He's going to force Dur to walk up, but Ronnie's covering him right now. If he can't snipe him with a sticky, they're going to get it up. Oh, he gets him right at the very top.
That's so fortunate for SB, because if that cart gets up, then the offense can just keep sacking over and over. They don't really have to look for a push, but they finally got those picks. Shay gonna get the exit onto Hunter. No Pyro's gonna let them spam a bit. Arts and Dev trying to walk forward, but the Heavy is doing a good job denying height. They're gonna have to go for a pack right now. Neither med anywhere close to Uber, but AD still want to walk forward with the kills they do have.
TGW is in really deep there, maybe trying to get a force, but that soldier means one less person to jump in on cart. We did see Carson get stabbed out before as well by Mad, so he's only just respawning, I believe, going to come in and drop a sentry. He's even building at spawn, is what it looks like. Yeah, there goes the stab in from Shotaway, continuing to have a great game. It's Exa on card right now, but he's going to get peeked on by Dur. Yeah, he's going to go down without even knowing what killed him, and they are just unable to get this cart up the ramp. It's been 2 minutes already on here, and SB is still holding strong.
Yep, that's that Scout and Pyro on it. It's very hard to contest those classes. If River wants to air blast stickies, but he's kind of just sitting underneath here, Scout can have to back up, and the cart still sits at the base of that third ramp. Gun is also back up for the side of SB, so Carson has that build. He did it in spawn and brought it out. Rain gonna look on this angle. Though.
When he was moving it, he killed him with the Letrange due to the mini crit damage on the Rescue Ranger. So that gun is unprotected right now, but I think Mad is going to get caught out. Forced to back up a little bit, unable to actually get the sap in, so Arts will be able to take out the gun, and yeah, oh, there goes the pipes. Dur continuing to just nail people on this card.
Rain got the scout though, so no one's on the cart again. Ronnie in that shithouse right now looking around, gonna get spammed out. He's very low, gonna have to back up, and offense right now, they're gonna try to walk around. They don't have Uber, defense does, so Dur free to walk out here. Mad and Ronnie both going down with no heavy applying that side pressure. They gotta back up here and wait for Uber.
Yeah, Dev on cart, gonna get knocked off of it by Dur, continuing to be a rock in defending this. Really looking for Shay to get a snipe onto him when he's peeking up that aggressive, but it just hasn't happened yet. There goes in Rain, getting the shot onto Exa. Now Wish is on cart. Uber's gonna get popped out while only at 99. She
got
will
used,
pop it, but there's immediately gonna be a pause coming in right here. Either go and try to catch some stragglers who are leaving as the unpause goes through. Wish will get the cart up the hill right as Shotaway stabs him. But yeah, Arts is going to stick on that now. Once that Uber fades, you should be able to tap it in.
Ooh, they got
Gun's
Shay
still
right
alive, actually, but they will get the cap, which is the important part here. Wall
the River
going to be backing up a little bit. Yeah, is he able
River's
to
got
get
Pablo
anything?
and Rain.
Yeah, takes out 2 and is still alive.
Chasing Wall, or chasing Toy, he got Toy!
It's going to get him and Mad going to combine, so the big flank pays off right there. Hunter maybe looking for his own right now. Hunter's going to find Wall in Spiral. Oh, going to go down. Dev taking out Hunter right there. So a lot of action happening right after this pause. We see Ronnie already in upper right now, trying to get some spam into the gun, but here comes in Arts. He will snipe out that gun, so level 3 not going to be able to be built up. TGW's bomb does not go where he wanted it to. He's going to fall into lower, get killed out by Wish and Exa. Shane River going to go down, but Tiles Control is still in the favor of AD right now, and they have Uber out as well after that toy death, so...
Yeah, this is what I was worried about, the 3rd to 4th snowball. AD have firm control of upper, Arts has been spamming this gun out non-stop. While they do have a sniper pick, the Tiles is fully in the other team's control. Pyro trying to walk in, he does force that Uber, so great play by X Hunter to give his team something to work with here, but they're kind of still stuck in spawn.
Yeah, I mean, they're not getting any time off, thankfully for them, but Wall's Uber got forced, actually. I didn't see to what. I think it must have been, yeah, to Hunter, but they're still going to need some kind of, you know, better strategy to get in onto this last. They have more card time than AD did, but...
PW wants to bomb up the elevator, finds Dev, not the medic, backed out just in time, and he will actually lose that, miss that rocket coming out, so AD has been forced out of upper here, Dev's at 1 HP. Wish gonna go down to the heavy in behind, so they might get pinched here from AD's combo, who are from SB's combos trying to push underneath.
Yeah, Ronnie is back in with Wall right now, so she will have a bit of protection
dead,
with
though.
Yeah, the team there. But yeah, Durr's going to get himself caught out by Dev. The Uber's going to get forced out here. It's just hyped out in Toy, so no chasing power on this heavy Uber. They're going to try to come up right now, but it's faded. Hyped out's going to go down right away. Toy running for his life out through lower. Should be able to escape as Hunter and Pablo are providing enough cover for him, but...
The heavy's on the card now.
More just poor Ubers, it looks like, kind of coming out. He's going to get that a little bit closer to ramp. Wall has Uber now. We have to see what she's going to do with it. No one, her demo's not nearby. Behind. Oh, they're going to drop down. Hunter's in from behind. It's going to get forced, but she's stuck in a corner. Will go down to the shotgun right there. And there goes Dev, jumping up top left, getting tons of damage in onto Fred 5. Ronnie and Exa on cart. They will tap this in with a minute 44 remaining. AD takes the first half.
Yep, and that was the snowball that we were looking for AD to get that momentum into last. They got Tiles Control pretty much for free off of that shoddy backup from SB, so despite a really good beginning offense, they just weren't able to, you know, push it in with enough time to hold AD back. So that is going to be the first half to AD and SB have to kind of, you know, shore up their offense if they want to get a doable time for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Just things to work on. Another thing too is that I felt like really Rain could have been playing a little bit better there. The very beginning of that offense for them was just him, basically a montage of him dying over and over again, unable to really get any kills. I think he finally got his SVS right as they were entering last, but he was just getting caught out, and it really looked like kind of some of his inexperience on the class was showing, playing it at, you know, what, I guess this is technically high invite at this point, even though I, you know, some older players may give me some side eyes for that, but even so, you know, Arts was able to catch him out a lot. Shay was really dominating the SVS, and obviously there's always it's kind of defense sided on Sniper, but even so, he's just unable to really get much done at all, it felt like. So I think he could definitely be a bright spot. And then yeah, just the other thing is, you know, we saw it at the end is just Dur kind of getting caught out a lot at pretty bad points that AD was really able to capitalize off of. Versus Arts also getting caught out at a lot of bad points, Ronnie as well, but Red 5 not being able to capitalize on it, I think, is the bigger issue. As we saw the amount of times Arts got picked throughout the first 3 points or so, but they were still able to hold them for 5 minutes, which is a pretty decent time, considering your demo is basically on a walking respawn timer.
What I did notice about the demo man's deaths is, yeah, they both did die a lot. You know, Dur died 14, Arts died 15. That's really a lot for Upward, your demo man dying 15 times. What I noticed about when it happened, Arts, a lot of his deaths were to getting sniped and backstabbed right during off time, which while it hurts you in pre-push situations, if it happens after push, it's really no different than dying to anything else. A lot of Dur's deaths came to being like far out of position or just dropped on Ubers right before action was going to happen. So SB were lacking a lot of damage in the fights to help clean up off of, and because of that, they just really couldn't find inroads in a lot of their Ubers.
Yeah, I think him getting caught out in lower there at the very end on that kind of weird Uber with the heavy pushing up through backstairs is kind of going to be the one to remember, at least as far as that half goes.
I'm pretty sure I watched Dur get dropped on Uber at least 3 times.
Oh, was he getting dropped there and not caught out, or?
It's a mixture of both. He's like playing out of position of his medic, but at the same time, I feel like Toy isn't really looking at him all the time.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that coming through, and I mean, it felt like we saw that Uber drop come in the very beginning, and that gave them a bunch of momentum, but after that, there wasn't really too much that we saw really positively out of them, where, yeah, they still ended up having a pretty decent time. There was, what, a minute 45 left, so that would be an 8-minute 45-second time, which is an above average defense. But again, that felt like a little bit more of AD's own inability to push last, and them kind of feeding in onto the cart on third a little bit too much, more so than anything of them really, showing any kind of proactive playmaking.
Yeah, if anything, the most proactivity from SB came out of when they got the spy picks at the beginning and the Uber Force that came out of the Dome and parachute bomb. So if they're not able to be proactive as a team together instead of just the individual plays, then the points like third and fourth are really difficult on Upward.
Yeah, and we'll see how well they're able to put some of those changes into effect as we are moving into the second half here. We've getting word that Ronnie's internet is a little bit on the fritz, and that's what the reason I believe for the pause was before. But AD gonna be on offense now. And again, they did set about an 8-minute 45-second time last half, so we'll have that to compare it to. And then you have to see if they can kind of get their own third and last pushes in order a little bit better, lower that time maybe from an 8:45 to a 7, or even a 6:45, if they can execute well.
Obviously SB don't want to have their meta get forced this time. I could just say that's like the don't get forced. What caused it to happen last time, they just kind of lost focus over the course of a really long wave of sacks. So if they want to keep their Uber up and not immediately get pushed back on first, they need to make sure that they're covering all their bases. Someone's always watching everything. If the gun is wrangled, make sure your power is watching the front, type thing.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what if they're gonna do, a similar kind of sack wave where they just kind of hope that River can sneak in through the lower entrance and get right in onto Toy, or if they're gonna do anything a little bit more elaborate, maybe pull out a parachute onto Arts right now. I don't think he has it equipped. He does not. Have to see what they do to try to get some ads here in on first.
The spies just jumped on each other's heads while they were invisible on the rock. It's pretty funny. Shotaway, obviously a main key for the sack is he wants to go around the flank side, maybe jump on the rock. Shay gonna hit the opening snipe onto Rain though, so that's gonna allow for some sacks. Both explosive classes jumping in, but not finding anything quite yet. Mad right now, he's on playground, he's going for a decloak, hopefully tries to find something as the entirety of AD's sack has kind of been washed away except TGW. Mad, oh no, he doesn't get the backstab, he's gonna get forced off.
The others be able to stay alive though, which is important. Oh, he's right in on Hype Dad. Goes to the decloak, thinks better of it. Seeing Hype Dad backing up, back down. But yeah, that snipe ultimately going to be even back out as Rain now able to land the counter snipe onto Shay, having respawned and coming back in off the teleport. Matt opting not to go to spawn for it, but yeah, DHN going to take out TGW again. We saw that exact same thing last round.
Looking forward, he got stickied out.
Yeah, Art's able to sneak in those sticky bombs without a sniper there. You can see Fred 5 already starting to back off a little bit, playing more passively. The Uber's going to come out right here, popped immediately after. Art's going to get blown back by Hunter pretty far. Trapping in wall is Hunter right here. She will get blown back, goes down to the Wrangler.
Matt's finally on the gun.
Yeah, Matt's on the gun, and Shay was able to land 2 shots in right here, so no gun. And I think that sniper just respawning.
Oh, Shay missed the shot.
Toy able to just barely escape with sub 50 health right there. Sub 25, I believe. Excuse me, at one point. But first in, 127, almost the exact same time from the last round. And if the history repeats itself, we'll see second captain about a minute after, so...
Yeah, that said, defense looks so good so far. Right now, they're trying to get that hill presence. Their sniper's already on that B house platform. Mad's on him, and he's going to take him down. So with Rain down, they lose a lot of pressure. Probably going to get 2 kills, though, onto, I think it was River and Dev. So they do get a bit of pressure back. Demon trying to walk forward. Art's going to take him low. Shay peeking over this angle. Doesn't see Dur. Going to take him down. Actually going down as well on Cart. So both teams trading a lot of kills. Right now, AD has priority over the hill with Ronnie J playing that side tunnel flank.
Yeah, and they were able to take out Dev a little bit earlier, preventing that direct hit force plus sniper kill when he walked out of the tunnel. They gotta be careful here,
they're really close.
But yeah, Art's gonna be able to take out Dur. Yeah, going down. Yeah. Toy uses Uber afterwards too, so a worst case scenario, not getting anything out of this, but not saving his demo either. Uber's now going to come out from wall as well, and Arts, they're not going to get too much here either, other than the gun, but River in behind Hunter, going to blow back in and flare shot him for the style points, and that's going to be the back out for Fred 5 here. They've got the gun at spawn right there, but Carson, I think he's just going to leave it. And that's going to be second in again, about another minute, so things looking good for AD so far.
The worst combo play you could ever see come out. First of all, half your combo backs out so no one's supporting them, and then you force Uber and drop your demo, man. Just everything going wrong. Speaking of everything going wrong, Shay has a pick onto Dur and Pablo, so no demo, no scout means a lot of your forward pressure is going to be lost on this defense.
Yeah, there will be a pause here though, but just before seed, and then someone changed the server password, I think, prevent people from getting in. But bit of a mistake. Yeah, and there goes TGW and Dev both going down. I didn't actually get to see if it was an air shot, but I see
Ronnie's
Dev's
in bucket already, looking forward. If they don't know he's here, Toy could walk in and get absolutely shredded. Here's the Ronnie peek, does get air blasted, so their medic is safe for now, but like I said, AD gonna snowball forward and take control of third. Shay gonna get rain as well, so no sniper. It's gonna be really hard to recontest this.
Yeah, very steady cart time out of AD right now, though. X is only actually a ×1 on it. Wish gonna go back over, but it looks like they have very solid control of third. Ronnie, Dev, and Arts all underneath that forward spawn drop down, preventing any real ground being gained here. No spy behind to stop this. And yet, there goes Wish disconnecting right there, so that must have been what the pause was about. But Exa should be able to get this card in on his own. And we'll see a very fast third cap come out.
Yeah, sub 3 minutes for 3 points on upward. There's
a
death
sub
sentence.
3, but sub 4, I believe. We'll see. Got a HUD reload scheme here to see if. Yeah, 359 exactly. So just sub 4, putting themselves in a very good position if they're able to get last.
Very impressive. Right now, they do have Uber because they have to pop to take third very shortly. So they're gonna try to walk underneath, get those backstairs pressure, trying to force this Uber. Pyro watching it. X Hunter's gonna be the sole denier. He does force that Uber. If you get more air blast here, the Uber could be useless. They're gonna counter pop.
Yeah, here it comes in that Uber. Art's going to get blown back. Wall and River now in lower. River going to blow back Hunter to make sure his med can get out, but there comes in Pablo taking him out, and yeah, shot away in from behind. So the pincer play comes out big. Going to give Toy time to get into tiles with the rest of his combo and build up that Uber advantage for himself. So despite the very fast third cap, there are some silver linings here for Fred 5.
Yeah, this is the first clean tiles control we've seen from any combo so far. When I say that, I mean they have their combo up there, they have their sniper up there, and their gun is level 3 ready to deny main. So they are set to get a nice, long, healthy fourth defense here to kind of cushion the blow of the first 3-point time that they've let AD set. But they have to, they have to really perform and make sure that they don't drop players unnecessarily.
Yeah, checking back on the Ubers, Wall is actually almost outbuilding Toy, and I think she is now. I'm not sure if she's actually building or not, or just getting to heal off of the damage people have, but Hypedad gonna get caught out in lower. Mad will go down, so no spy. Rain looking through the boxes angle right now, trying to find some people out in main that he can then shots him, but Shay gonna take him out from behind
underneath, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Oh, but Shotway got wall again, so if Toy can hold this Uber, that's another one. They are just use the free Uber that they have to try to get these people off cart. Right now it's just River and Exley. They're gonna scatter as soon as that combo does drop down, and it's a free Uber to use though, so if they're both able to build up just fine, should be an advantage. But Toy alone upper with Dev, surfs one rocket out, gets hit by a second, dodges underneath, he's all alone, Wish gonna come in, he doesn't see Toy, he's gonna get out alive.
Fancy footwork from Toy right there to be sure, able to escape back to his own spawn. TGW gonna get stabbed out in upper by Mad, but Rain trades it right back in onto Ronnie, and AD really does not have too much going for them here, pushing into last.
Yeah, that said, they did force SB out of tiles. They're gonna have to push underneath if they want that control back. Right now, the soldier for AD Dev has that under his control, so the combo of SB gonna be forced to back up into spawn, and they did get tiles control out of that, so that's silver lining for them.
Yeah, but there goes in Rain, landing the shot onto Ronnie. A big gun down in upper for AD. Exa going down, I believe, on card as well. Wish trying to get it around the corner right here. Juking out Hypedad and the Wrangler from the gun right now as it gets healed up a little bit. Wish should.
Shay's an upper.
Fighting Pablo, gonna go down actually, loses the 1v1, and Rain landing the shot onto Dev, so another explosive class down. TGW in lower, trying to do some pincer work of his own, almost takes out Ards, gets him down to 9 before River lands the flare to take him out, but with this tile control, we still need to see something actually going on here. Shay lands the shot onto Rain. No sniper is going to allow them to peek these windows more freely. The gun, I believe, is down as well. Shay had taken that out. So Dev coming in on the bomb, able to take out Dur. No demo man means they're going to drop down here. Wall has Uber with Ronnie and Wish, but it's not even going to matter as they just tap that cart right in.
Yep, 7 minutes, 15 seconds is the end time. It's slightly faster than average still, average type of upward time they can use. That fourth push, once they got tiles control, it really was just a slow bleed out on the side of SB. They couldn't get their players back. They kept dropping players to Shay, and once AD had a foothold into that last, they never really let it go. So impressive play by them to set a pretty good time.
Yeah, just make sure that your med doesn't drop to a parachute this time. And I think AD is going to be doing pretty well here, as most of their issues on that last half came as a result of that drop, which is really just kind of sloppy all around. Maybe they just got into the match wasn't expecting to have to deal with that, but AD's proven themselves to be capable. They should be able to adjust here, just again, make sure that doesn't happen. And if Shay's able to maintain the dominance he's had on Sniper so far, it spells good things for AD.
Yep, and if you're a player on SB who wants to call yourself a playmaker, now's the time for you to make another one happen. The only reason you were like even competitive in the first half is really because of shot away and the sticky drop from So if they want to make plays to get themselves in it, fine by me, make it happen. Otherwise, they've shown that they really don't have the coordination on their combo to contest ADs and Ubers. They've dropped so many times, just it doesn't feel like that's a possibility for a route to win.
Yeah, you can definitely see that. Here comes Indur on the parachute again. What will he be able to find? Yeah, Shadowway's able to land the stab. Dur takes out the gun, but this time he will be shotgunned down. That hit scan doing its job. TGW going down as well, so only Exa and his gun will be the casualties right there. Much better turnout for them this time. As Dev a little bit forward here, gonna try to land some splash rockets as most of Fred 5 is respawning off that sack wave. Backs up safely though.
Shay was on the upper spot from a teleporter to get on top of the railing top left on the back out, so he does drop down. Dev gonna get 2 kills on Carson and Shadowway as the Uber is gonna come in here, trade out from AD. River's doing a great job denying. Gun isn't under any pressure at all, and Ronnie's denying from the playground, so kills going over for the side of AD on this defense. Madden wish of the trades, but they did repel that Uber pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Shay up on Cliff right there. Gonna land a shot onto TGW and Rain, able to get Weave and right Pablo in between there. Gets a 3K. Hat trick onto Pablo right there. 3 in a row, and AD is sitting very pretty here on first. Very comfy, and there comes in number 4. I think he switched spots a little bit there. But Shadowway all the way back in on second, going in very deep.
What's that teleporter probably?
Yeah. Checks Cliff a little bit, sees no one's respawning anytime soon, will be able to take out that teleporter. Stops the anyone that does die, which really hasn't been too many players for AD from getting back in, so good on him.
Yep, both magics going to come up in Uber soon. Toy does have a fairly sizable advantage of 25%, so if they want to use it again fast, if they know that. But Shadowway going to go down forward even if it comes out. No sap can come out of the gun. River right now trying to walk forward and deny. He's spy checking. The spy's dead. Walk forward, and he is going to get 1 air blast off. Banner coming in from Dev, going to help deny. Rain finally winning SBS onto Shay for the post-fight, but this banner is giving them so much defense walking out, or there's so many crits, so much damage coming in. Art's going to walk forward.
Is that a buff banner?
Yeah, it's a buff banner.
Isn't it? Wow.
It's been a long time since I've seen one of those.
Yeah, I think it's been like since Millstone got played. The Crab F on 4th is when you saw buff banner come out, but yeah, those mini crits going to do a lot to get rid of that damage fall off is the main thing. The damage amp, not even the biggest kind of boon of it. Rain will land 2 shots in a row onto Ronnie and Dev, which should help force the back out. Wall very low, gonna back out through tunnel with River and Arts right there, but she should be able to escape safely. No one waiting for her on the back end. And 3 minutes almost already off the clock on first alone does not spell good things for Fred 5, as they're gonna have to put together a marathon pace to take this half.
Yeah, and AD were happy to kind of back out there. They have Uber to defend second with, so they will be able to set up a good defense on second, which we haven't seen yet. Wall gonna use that Uber to try to contest Hill here, push SB back after they lost their sniper, so...
Just her and Arts, though.
Yeah, they don't have any support in. SB gonna be able to re-pressure onto Hill. River trying to get an arrow so he can walk up to Air Blast, but he's gonna get taken just low. Shadowway dropping down, getting kill onto Arts before going down to the gun. That's a really important pick coming in. And if that cart, that's not moving, they need to move the cart while they're in pressure with their combo. So Dev doing a great job with Wish trying to deny the flank. Dev gonna get 1 more onto Pablo. So the cart's stuck even though their combo has pressure forward.
And credit to Rain here for really starting this all off, as he's able to land the shot onto Shay, winning that SVS, before the defense even really started, to allow his team to take that hill control. Shay now actually almost in a bit of an odd spot, looking to try to get any kind of cheeky kills in onto card right there, but he will back up, realizing his team has gone into third. So after the very long first hold, second comes super quickly. Toy, I think, must have had his Uber forced somewhere along that point, as he has used, and Wall is back on top now, but again, only 3 minutes left for third and last. They're only going to have maybe 1 failed push here if they really want to take this out.
And that said, they did kill Exo on the back out, so there's going to be no level 3 gun waiting for them. TJW going to get River so they can walk forward, but again, the cart needs to move forward before they can really try to go for a push. Shay gonna get a snipe onto Rain, making it really hard for them to even try to look out and peek here. Dur just trying to stutter spam pipes around the point. Hype that trying to walk forward upper with a soldier. They're gonna get bombed by the enemy soldier and Scout. He doesn't make it out alive. Rain going down again. TW following. Dur does get 2 onto Devin Wish though, so the flank trade came out up top.
Yeah, and that will be in the favor of SB, given a few seconds once their players are able to respawn, especially if they have a telly, which and Dev still on more than 10 second spawn timers as they're already making it back out. Carson and Pablo actually do have a lot of presence on this ramp right here, getting the cart pushed up. Art's starting to spam them out now, but oh, it gets Carson pretty low too. He's going to force him to be a little bit more passive here if he can land something big.
In.
But yeah, here comes the Uber. Gun gonna get taken down right there. Shadowway will go down, but Wall is able to pop out in time. Lots of players going back and forth right here. Hype that up on Catwalk. Gonna be a commanding presence in this Uber, but Shay is gonna get 3 kills over the course of this. Hunter and Dur are gonna be the next ones to go down. No one on cart means that AD is going to have a very successful Uber here. And with only less than 2 minutes left on the clock, victory is within their sights.
The sniper difference is rearing its head at the ugliest time for SB right now. Shay, so many points where SB have a foot into the point, but then he gets the counter sniper to Rain, he gets the cart pusher, and he gets a cleanup kill. You can't win these post fights if the sniper's going uncontested for this long. Dev gonna pop that buff banner again, try to go forward. Is that a contra? No, it's a buff banner this time as well, yeah. So
gonna take out Dur too,
yeah,
so
Dur
no demo means that's just stalling the push by another 10, 11 seconds, and with only a minute and a half left, everything matters. Shadowway's gonna lend the stab onto Ronnie, but I hear a medic damage. Oh, that was just Toy taking some fall damage off of
Mad's
Catwalk,
on the card, just gonna decloak onto Carson. Yeah. Oh, Shay got him. They pushed Mad off the edge.
That's gonna fall off there. It's a bit of a mishap, but again, only a minute left here. And Toy only sitting on 70% right now. They know they need to go, but there's nothing they can do. With their demo man dead, TGW dead, we're gonna see the scout get on car right there, but he's gonna get blown off. Pablo has to go get Pack, and time's just ticking out. There goes Dev, gets 2 on the cart. 7 streak for him, 5 streak for River. Wall's on a 6 streak of his own. The Uber's gonna get popped out on cart. Toy and Dur just trying to zone them off, and they'll say, alright, sure thing, we'll let you cap third. I don't think you can even get the cart until last right now, so 30 seconds left, and they'll need ×3 the entire way.
Yeah, but Toy's dead. No heals, Hype that being dead as well. You can't get a heavy medic. Shay railing off on Pablo. No ×2 the scout can provide.
That might be the biggest scout pick I've seen in a while, actually. As they will have ×3 now, but it's going to require an extra body onto it, and I don't even think it's mathematically possible at this point.
Shay got Rain again for his 10 streak.
Oh, there's the double digits coming in. He's up in boxes. No one's going to be able to touch him. He's got, what's that kill streak effect? The lightning eyes coming out right now. The wavy
the 10
ones.
Kill streak. We don't see that in Highlander.
Yeah, and that will be it. 2-0 for AD here, coming out over Fred 5, asserting themselves quite dominantly as favorites to win this season after coming so close the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, AD really coming in strong. There's so many things we could point out on this match, things that, mean a lot. The biggest one being, I don't think there's a sniper that can contest Shay that easily this season. If AD can protect him on payload maps, it's going to be incredibly difficult for any team to come out against them strong. Their combo also such strong play from them. While you do want to fault SB a bit for their shortcomings and pushing together, Dur getting dropped a lot, being out of position, Hype that also didn't have the best game. They have a lot to work on.
Yeah, and I mean, Shay has always been, a very competent sniper in high invite, but just with a bunch of older names kind of leaving the scene, you don't have that Boar. I don't believe you have Fallen Lord either, as he's playing Scout on 2W, He's, I think, kind of the de facto best sniper in invite right now, and unless one of the up-and-comers can really, give him a run for his money, AD is looking like, really pretty much a super team. They have the coordination from last season. They're all used to playing with each other. They have great individual players. And I mean, Fred 5, there were a couple moments where it looked like things were going well for them, but ultimately this game was really just AD kind of flexing and showing off why they're still together, why they're considered such a threat to win this division.
Yeah, if we want to take a quick look at the log, Shay, 26 kills, 11 clear of the next player on his team, which was Arts. 500 DPM, top damaging the server.
Or no, he was 8 up on River and Dev, both who had 18 there, but still, absolutely massive performance out of him. Almost 500 DPM on Sniper, 80 more than his demo man even. River with an 18-6, also a great performance. Wall, actually, Toy only had 2 deaths there too, so good on him to stay alive, but
The rest
fortunately
of his
most of
combo
his
not so
team...
much.
Yeah, most of his team wasn't really able to get too much done there, despite him not dying. 104 to 77, a pretty big discrepancy there. Or actually, no, is that the that's the combined stats, I believe. So yeah, Shay probably was 11 up. I think makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, ultimately just good game, I would say. Probably not a great game. A little
Okay,
bit closer would have made it great, but I think again it's just kind of the statement game from AD saying that all right, these guys were supposed to be the people that can challenge us, and we just handled or dispatched them pretty handily. Maybe you're looking at like Amaciti and Nova maybe as a team that could take a round off of them, but I feel like
it's
AN's
gonna be
gonna
hard.
it's gonna be an uphill battle. And they have a long way to go before they're contesting real bona fide invite teams, because I think this season is lacking in those a little bit due to the exodus of some of the better known names. But that is going to do it from us here. So, any closing thoughts here, Zeg?
Anyone, if you can, come challenge AD. They're waiting.
All right, yeah, good way to end that. So, I'm Alto, and for Zag, Dolphin, and the rest of RGL, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Mannco.store, the no-nonsense cash market for TF2.